Hey everybody, Elliot the DM here. Sadie and I were recent guests on the podcast, The Wholesome Hoodlum podcast. On the show, we talked about whether we were brains in vats, the pros and cons of dishwashing versus bathroom cleaning, and what our phrases would be if we were NPCs in a video game. Ah, fuck, man, I don't know. It was
so much fun.
I know, that was perfect. It was a hell of a lot of fun, as Sadie said. So give it a listen at wholesomehoodlum.podbean.com, or you can use whatever you're listening to us on right now and find him. We're on episode 30, My Little Podcast.
Oh, you guys looking for a moo cleric?
What about, when you rub your feet on the carpet and then you touch somebody? Is that Thor too?
A little bit. I'm full of fish cakes and I'm ready to kick some ass.
Come with us.
Get out.
Getting out.
Go.
Getting out now.
Okay, you
Going to the cribs. I don't know.
Is there any creme brulee left?
There's one here.
It's on tape. We got 2 minutes of bullshit.
We got it on wax.
Wait, the whole podcast isn't just bullshit? Where do you differentiate, City? Where does it begin? Where does it end?
Where the adventure begins. Okay, so where we last left the group, you guys killed a whole family and a bunch of racists, and it was pretty great.
Feeling good about it.
Yep, feeling pretty great. You guys spent the night at the Edo tribe, where you were guests of Wiles and his crew, or tribe, like I said earlier. And you went back to Sagesse and met with Shalabin, and you guys have your downtime. So, now we're just gonna... And you guys also leveled up to level 5, so congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
So, we're gonna do the downtime session, so when we do that, we're gonna tell 2 to 4 individual stories. So, we'll begin with Okaat. Okay, Okaat, on your downtime, what would you like to do?
I would love to go visit Tim Gann and get armor that makes me less squishy.
Okay, what's your current armor?
14.
And so you have like a leather armor?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to Tim Gann, the clothier of the stars in purple. And I always say clothier in a French accent or some sort of weird pronunciation. That isn't how you say it. It's clothier, but that feels like...
Is it clothier?
Yeah.
I made that joke in episode 1 or whatever.
Yeah, no, it's actually
French
clothier.
for clothier.
Yeah, no,
That's actually true?
Mm-hmm, it's
wow.
actually... Yeah, so I just always say clothier because it feels better.
Now my jokes are becoming canon in the real world. This is scary.
You're bending reality.
Oh.
Okay, so you show up to Tim Gann's House of Wares, spelled W-E-A-R-S.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
Did you, though?
Tim.
Okay, and you walk in, and he says to you, "Darling, you look fabulous.
Oh, stop.
How can I help you today?"
I need to look more fabulous.
Okay.
Or, to be more specific, I need to look less squishy.
Mm.
You can do less squishy.
Mm-hmm.
I need the Tim Gann touch.
You do. Everyone does in this nation. That's why we have the G on the back of your uniforms. Let's see.
I have a uniform?
Well, you're wearing my designer outfits, and they have the G on the back. Remember how that terrible druid man cut it off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Where is he, by the way?
Nobody knows. He just fucked off. So you probably won't have to deal with him again.
Sounds about right, he says. And he smiles a little bit. He goes, "So you want a little bit better armor, huh?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Well, I can show you a couple of new items, and maybe you'll find one that fits just right." And so he takes you to the back, and you can see suits of armor that you can imagine that like Gus or Burke would wear.
I'm like, These are all very clanky.
Mm-hmm, yeah, they're not. You need a svelte piece of armor.
Yes, svelte. Yes.
And he's actually taken a little bit of inspiration from Jorrix's eyes, so he's been like working on some designs that like incorporate like the sun and the moon. He's like, shh, keep that between you and me.
I see nothing. I saw nothing. I know nothing. I am not here. Can I roll a check to hide?
Sure. Oh, you want to use your plus 10? Got it.
19.
All right.
I'm like, I am not here.
And then he looks back and you are just gone. He's like,
And then I like crawl out from under the clothing rack like you do when you're in the department store and you're 5.
Look at you. You got me.
Found me.
I did. Yeah.
I hide it from you.
You sure did. And he goes, okay. And he takes you to 2 pieces of armor, and they are both black. He goes, now, if you don't want black, that's totally fine.
No, black's my jam.
Sweet, he says. Great color for people who need to work in the shadows. He goes, so this one, and he points to one that's black and studded leather. He goes, this one's just 35 GP. That should increase. That should give you +1 to your AC. He wouldn't say that, but whatever equivalent that would be.
Right.
He goes, that one should give you +1 to your AC. It's a little bit cheaper than this one. And he points to another one that has like, I basically, in the last arc, I imagined you looking like Vampire Hunter D. Do you know what that looks like? Yeah. Like that's what, yeah. This one kind of fits that a little bit better.
Oh, I like that.
And he goes, this one's 45 GP. And if you get me some cloth from Treble, I can add a little special effect to it.
How far away is Treble?
Ooh, Treble's a hard place to get. Treble is, do you know bards? You know bards?
Not in the biblical sense, but...
You've heard of them, and you've heard them. He goes, well, their magic comes from a very special place named Treble.
That seems a little on the nose, but yeah. Okay.
So it's from the land of it's from the land where musical magic happens. So if you can find me cloth from there, I can give you a pretty interesting buff to this.
What do you need, and when do you need it by?
Oh, it's just kind of open-ended, and I just need a cloth from, I believe her name was the one who sings.
The one who, that's... You mean Jewel?
What?
I don't know.
90s reference. He goes, yeah, that kingdom's divided into 3 different ones. The one who listens, the one who plays, and the one who sings.
Oh.
So if you could get me a cloth from her kingdom, I could give you a pretty sweet buff on this.
Okaat leaves an Okaat-shaped hole in the wall as she runs off to get the cloth.
He's like, do you want
I'll be right back.
Do you want the thing?
Oh, I can take it with me. I pop back in. Oh, I can take it with me.
If you just put the 45 GP down, yeah.
Boom, here you go. Bye.
Okay. So now you have a piece of armor that gives you +1 AC.
Yes.
And you have a task. Get those sweet, sweet linen from Treble.
On it. I'm doing it.
Okay.
Going.
So
Gonna do it so good.
so we switch to Jorrix.
Oh, yeah.
Jorrix, what would you like to do?
I would like to drop into Mulhound and pay Quixis a visit.
Okay. How are you traveling there?
How long a journey?
From Sagesse, it's about 8 hours by horse.
Hey, Okaat.
Okaat's not here, man.
I guess I'd try to find Shalbin and ask for a
transport ball.
Yeah, one for both ways.
I can lend you my ball of transport. That's totally fine. I'm just being a dick.
Okaat, where did you go? I had something to ask him. Oh, that's where you went. Yeah.
I could have used the ball of travel to go
Whoops-a-doodle.
do my thing, but I already started running.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okaat rushes in.
Damn it.
Okay, so you use Okaat's ball of travel. Shoop. And
Well, you would still have it after the thing at the Von Terrace. Like, we didn't
yeah.
exactly...
Oh, I presume in the time between, I would give it back.
Yeah, probably.
I imagine you wouldn't want me to
that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll lend it to you for this.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so
I'll bring you back a souvenir from Mulhound.
Oh, hell yes.
So you appear outside the gates of Mulhound, and the minute that he sees you, Quixis, who's in the tower, kind of starts motioning to you frantically. What do you do?
I guess I scurry frantically over.
And he says in very broken common, "Come inside, please."
Yeah, sure. I say in Swanian.
Okay. And
Or attempt to.
And he ushers you in, and you see that the town has like fully been rebuilt. You know, just that magic that they have, right?
Yeah.
And he takes you to where everything went down the last time you were in Mulhound. And he takes you downstairs to that library that you guys were at, where you guys were tracking where Alman was. Mm-hmm. And he starts motioning to the giant map of the entire world, right? Or of Galea. And you see the red to the west, or you see the red nation to the west, you see the blue nation like in the center, you see the green nation to the east of the blue, and you see purple. And you know that you are in the green nation, and you are somewhat close to the children of the Fae, where the elves live. And and you see the prismatic nation above it, and the kingdom of the dwarves and their mountain, Mount Quarg, between the blue nation and the prismatic nation, right? Mm-hmm. And so he's like motioning towards the entire thing, and he says to you, Xiao was on here, but now she's gone.
She was on the map? Wait, what do you mean by that?
Tracking. She let us see her, but now she's gone.
Where was she last?
And he points to the Blue Nation right by the capital Patience, but a little bit to the southeast of there. And he goes, that's where was she? And as he says that, you hear a loud crack-a-coom of thunder and lightning. And a heavy rain starts to fall. And he looks out the window. And he goes, does she... And he says it in Swenyan. Do you know, did she tell you anything?
No, she said, I think she was maybe going after Evangeline. No, she was going to find Gaius. And
he nods, and he says in Swenyan again, right, she wanted us to know where she was so that we didn't have to worry, but now she's completely disappeared.
So now you're worried. Sort of backfired, didn't it?
Yeah.
You dick.
Trying to lighten up the mood here.
So, yeah. Ironically, she has made them panic. And then another guard who can kind of pick up that you can kind of speak Swenyan, says to you, at night we hear a certain song and the weather changes.
Huh. Well, is it an evil sounding song?
And he says it's sad and then assertive.
Well, maybe I should stay here overnight and listen to it, and then I can bring it back to my friends and see if we can find out what happened. Do you have any idea what would make her disappear from the map?
And Quixis just shakes his head. He goes, she's never disappeared before. She's always been in Mulhound.
Oh, so this is the first time you guys have tried it, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. How's it been here without Xiao? Have you guys been fine? There hasn't been anyone trying to attack you or anything like that, right?
No, we have been lucky, he says. We don't seem to be a big target. After what happened with, and he spits, Evangeline.
Fair response. Jorrix spits with him.
He goes, no one's really disturbed us, but all of a sudden the weather's gotten strange, and Xiao's disappeared.
Well, since we've got a little time, and I'm going to stick around until at least then, let me see what I can do, maybe to help you guys out with being a little defenseless without Xiao here.
Okay, how would you like to help?
So I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of parchment and use Glyph of Warding on it.
Nice.
And I'm going to imbue it with a spell, Spirit Guardian.
Oh, nice.
And so what I want the parchment to look like is Jorrix has been ruminating about symbols for a while. Like, the sun one doesn't totally match him, the moon one doesn't totally match him. So Jorrix has made his own symbol. And what it is, it's a you see like a symbol of the sun, and across the right side of it is like a crescent moon blocking out part of the sun.
Oh.
And on the left side, you see rays of the sun going out, and on the right side, like moon beams.
Oh, nice.
And so that is what is on the parchment. So when Jorrix finishes that up, he brings it back to Quixus. And says, "Look what I made!" Like a proud like kindergartner looking for something for their parents to put up on the refrigerator.
And he takes it, and he looks really proud, if confused. And he goes, "It's beautiful."
Thank you.
Swenyan. And he says, "It's nice," in common. And
You got the slang down perfectly.
and so, where should he put? Where would you suggest he puts it?
Yeah. So this is actually a. I know it looks like it's a little crude. First time I've drawn the symbol, but it's actually a glyph of warding.
Oh.
And I've got Spirit Guardian on it.
Oh.
Which will essentially, when you cast it, allow a 15-foot radius around you to be protected, and any enemy who goes into there or stays in there will be damaged.
And he thinks about it, and he puts the glyph of warding like by the main building, and inside the main building. So if someone breaches, they would take damage.
And the good catch is, I put a trigger word on it.
Oh.
Words. All you have to do is say, "Jorrix, a little help!"
Oh.
And if you do that, the spell will pop, and whoever your enemy is might think I'm nearby.
Oh, yeah. And he goes, "That's really, wow." He's like really impressed with you on that. Okay, boy, Mulhound likes you a lot now. And so after doing that, anything else that you'd like to do? You're going to stay the night there?
Yep, stay the night, see if I can hear the song, get any intel I can about the strange happenings.
Okay. As you are laying down that night, you start to hear a finger-picked melody on a guitar. And as you do, it starts to speed up. And what you notice is as the melody starts to pick up speed, a harsh wind starts to blow against Mulhound. And as you are laying there, you can hear the siding get ripped off. And you hear one of the roofs get blown off. And it crashes into where you are staying.
Does it seem like the storm is targeting me in particular?
No, it seems like it doesn't know. I wouldn't say that you would notice if it's targeting you in particular, but it just seems like the wind is just blowing so fiercely that you're the biggest building.
Yeah.
It's drawing towards that area.
Makes sense. Can I cast Identify?
Okay, what does Identify do?
Identify, learn if magics are affecting an item or person, and then you learn what it is if there's magics affecting it.
Okay, yeah. What are you trying to Are you trying to identify the wind?
I think that would make the most sense.
Okay, so you do notice that as you identify it, yes, music. There is a spell on the wind. It looks like it extends to the entire sort of weather system here. The magic that you can identify is extraplanar sort of magic.
Oh, those are never good.
Yeah, but you do know that it does come from the music that you were hearing, but you're not exactly sure what type of magic this is.
Okay, so I know it's somehow tied to the tune, but I don't know anything about the tune itself.
You remember in your schooling back in the day, there was talk of bard magic and where it came from, and you knew of an extraplanar group called the Apocalypse 3.
Okay.
It would seem like this ties into that.
Gotcha. Alright, sounds good. I think I've gained all the information I need from here anyway.
Okay, so then you just spend the rest of the time like learning more Swenyan?
Yep, learn more Swenyan. I mean, I guess I would check out the library and see if they have anything on the Apocalypse 3, or if not...
That's a good point. Okay, as you go down there, you can tell that there doesn't appear to be any books about this, but there is a section of the library that is missing.
Oh. Quixus, what happened? It looks like... Oh. Did the wind blow away the books?
And, yep.
God damn it.
Yep.
Okay, well, maybe the libraries in Purple have more.
But yeah, as you look outside, you can see that the roofs that were blown off are starting to repair themselves. Mm-hmm. I hope this doesn't continue, he says, plaintively.
Yeah, and, hopefully I can put a stop to it.
Yeah, hopefully you can.
Until next time.
Until next time. Okay, that's Jorrix?
Yep.
Okay. We switch to Gus and Burke. Hey, mountain boys. What do you guys want to do?
I want to go check in on Bartol, make sure everything's good, make sure my deputy's doing a good job, make sure the orphans are okay. The usual stuff.
Okay, and Burke the dwarf is joining Gus.
Oh yeah, I don't have anything better to do. I haven't seen Gus in a while. I'm gonna go back to Bartol.
All right. Okay. When you guys get to Bartol, surprisingly, I'm just going to say this out of character. Gus is a hell of a sheriff. You wouldn't think it based on just his general being, but the town is much more orderly after Gustus Goldhammer took over as sheriff. Before, it used to be a sort of like lawless town because it was on the border of the Withered Lands, but people like there are more people moving here that like have children and whatnot. Like they can sort of see like, this might be a safe place to raise a family in this terrible world. And when you guys get to Bartol, you see Deputy Trani, and she goes, "Oh, Sheriff Goldhammer, it's a pleasure to see you, sir."
Thank you, Deputy. It's a pleasure to see you too. Has there been any bad things happening in town?
Any bad things? No, actually, besides Castile just getting older, which is strange.
Well, that just happens when the time goes by.
Yeah.
You start to look a little different. You're young, you'll figure it out. You know how you're not a child anymore?
Yeah, we don't always have these beards.
Once you're not a child, that's not it. You become like an older adult.
Yeah.
And
The beard gets longer.
Has Burke regrown his beard in its entirety?
No, how long has it been? It's getting there.
It's been like 3
Well, it's also
weeks.
short because of magic.
Yeah.
I had a big mustache before, and I'm slowly going back to the beard.
I feel like
He keeps his
by,
beard short, kind of, anyway, I think.
Okay.
Slow by dwarf is still fast though.
Yeah, it's still fast.
So she goes, "No, you're right, Sheriff Goldhammer. Time does make people get older. I'm simply saying that Castile is much, much older than he should be."
Oh yeah, that is bad.
It's not great, she says. But Mayor Glowen has been he actually wanted to talk to you about back mountain wrestling.
Oh no, we're gonna do regular wrestling, and if other wrestling happens around town, who knows?
I think at this point, you're the sheriff of the town. If we want to wrestle, we don't have to do it in the backyard. We can build a ring right in the town square.
Yeah, that's what we'll do, and then what'll happen is like the cool backyard wrestling. Remember back after the Quarg, there was that. Yeah. So we have the main event, but then we have the other event. But you need the main event, or the other one won't exist.
Oh, so you still want to do also backyard? So you want to do front yard and backyard wrestling?
Yeah.
Full yard wrestle.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. I think it's great. I think I could do some wrestling. I could do a couple wrestles.
Mountain boys.
Mountain boys.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh. Yes.
So
Sing the Mountain Boy song.
and as Burke is singing the Mountain Boy song,
Do a stretch.
as Burke is stretching and singing the Mountain Boy song, you see a rather rotund figure come from the mayor's keep, and he goes, "Oh, the lovely voice from a friend of yours, Sheriff Goldhammer?
Oh, just my best friend, Burke the dwarf.
Don't pretend like you don't know me. I've been around. Actually, I don't know. You might not know me.
That deflated very quickly. He said. He says. He goes. No, it's been a little bit of a while. But yeah, it's good to have our sheriff back. Are you going to be in town are you done traveling, or are you?
For a little while, Castiel said to meet him here, and he'll probably have us do something important. And the deputy's following my advice and running things well, so it's really my management that's more important than my presence.
He has to delegate.
And he does a hell of a job, Mayor Glowen says. He goes, We had talk of a cat stuck in a tree.
Huh.
Do you guys want to do that?
It sounds like
we should probably help this cat out.
For Mountain Boys. I'll climb a tree.
Yes, please lead the way.
And he goes, well, I have some bookkeeping to do, but...
Well, do you have a clue for us, at least? Some kind of clue? A clue to where the kitty is?
He goes, yep, it's...
Kitty clue.
It's about... it's in the adjoining alley of the Red Splendor. You go past that alley and to the clothier. You'll find a tree... Clothier. It's a bit disputed.
How do you say that? I've seen it written down. I still don't.
Clothier.
Yeah.
And he goes, you go to the armory, and there's a tree, rather, I don't know, it's a weird tree. It's
Whoa. Didn't say anything about a weird tree. You said a cat in a tree. Cat in a weird tree, that's a
horse of a different color.
Well, it's just slightly scarier is all.
How's it a weird tree?
I should have asked that, yeah.
You know how trees tend to be like straight, right? Their trunk is straight-ish.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I spend most of my time not around trees.
I've seen some trees, and I've seen all kinds of trees. Seen round ones, seen straight ones.
And he's like, he is ready for you to tell him a story.
Well, like a kind of squad. I've seen bushes, shrubs. Those are like tiny trees. Those aren't always straight.
Oh, that's true, he says. These are a little bit more curved. I don't know. They just like started to pop up.
Curvy trees. What'll they make next?
You know, if you're in the middle of a field, Thor's most likely to attack the tree in that field.
Is it because he's mad at the trees, or?
I think it's more that he's like, it'll be you next if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah, it's like a warning shot.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So do you want to find the...
Well, let's find this tree and this cat and save the day.
I love it. Let's do it. I like cats, I think.
Okay. As you guys go behind the Red Splendor and you see the clothier, you do see this very interesting looking tree. It's distinct from all the other trees. And it is surprisingly large, and it does have a very... Like, it looks like a fat man's belly is how the trunk looks.
It looks like an outline of Alfred Hitchcock from that show, Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
Yes, it does.
He has that silhouette and he walks into it.
Yeah, it's like if those two profiles were back to back.
So it's a round tree. Mm-hmm. It's like bulbous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier.
Yep. And you see the tree.
Huh, weird tree.
Yeah, it is a weird tree. Like he said, but that's okay.
Yeah, honest mayor, that's good. That's what this town needs.
Do you see a cat anywhere, Kitty?
And as you call Kitty,
Kitty.
As you look up the tree, you see two cat's eyes looking down at you. And you see this cat is white, and it has almost like blush on its cheeks. Perfect pink dots on where its cheeks are.
Oh, okay. So
circles, I should say.
Oh, it's a little cutie pie.
Yeah, is that a weird cat? That's normal for a cat, right?
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
What are you doing in a tree? Cats don't... Was it after a bird? Cats like birds? I think they do.
Yeah,
I think they do.
they eat them up.
Yeah, I've seen it happen.
The cat automatically just leaps down on your head.
Oh, look.
Oh, you little cutie kitty.
As you try to reach up and touch it, though, Burke, you see this. It all of a sudden disappears.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's out of the tree.
Tricky kitty. That's true.
Probably a magic cat.
Aren't they magic? Cats usually? Is that... I don't know cats that well.
Me.
Do they do this? Did it just run away real quick? It looked like it straight up disappeared.
It was on my head. I couldn't really tell.
Do you still feel it? Is it just
No.
invisible? Feel up there. No,
Ow.
not there. Alright.
No, I just hit my head a little too hard.
Huh.
I probably should have been more gentle if I was trying to touch a cat. It's good it wasn't there.
Yeah, it's good as you would have smooshed it. Well, I mean, you know, mission accomplished like this. It's out of the tree, and it's gone forever, and never bother us again. Good riddance, I say.
Well, it was a cute little fella.
I guess. I don't know if I like cats.
More of a dog person.
What's that?
Oh, let me show you this. And I cast Find Steed and summon a black wolf.
Okay. All of a sudden, a black wolf appears.
Holy
This,
Nikes! What?
this
That's not a
is
word I can say.
definitely a magic dog.
Whoa!
It's my magic. Maybe there's like a really little person who rides that cat and they had to ride it so it disappeared.
Hey, what do you think if we could use the puppy dog and sniff out that kitty cat? I mean,
Maybe I hold.
I don't know
hold my-
dogs that well or cats that well, but it seems like a thing. It's bigger, right?
Yeah,
So it
it's
probably works.
magic, so I don't know if it works like a usual dog, but I just hold my head up to its nose.
Okay. It sniffs, and then sniffs some more, and then, like, looks at you a little bit.
Let me smell this dog.
It does have an intelligence of 6.
That's kind of...
Okay. So, like, that's 3 behind you.
2 behind me.
Okay. This dog understands
Me
you.
as well.
Huh?
Me as well. It's not very smart.
Oh, you're both 2s? Or 8s?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's why they
Why?
get along so well.
Yeah. Okay, so this apocalypse trio, the dog smells your head as Burke is smelling the dog. Burke, it smells like magic fur.
It's funny smelling. I don't know what it is, but I kind of want to put my face on this fur.
And I'm gonna just time speed this as you guys spend like the next 3 hours just debating about the smell of this thing, and it's debating about the smell of the cat, and you see that night is falling.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I better check in at the armory before it closes.
I got real wrapped up in this dog cat thing.
Well, it's a magic dog. It catches people off guard.
But the dog like looks at the tree after smelling and like trying to get the scent, and it like continues to look at, like, it keeps on like nudging at the tree.
Do you think that cat's still in that tree somewhere?
Maybe it went inside the tree somehow. It is a weird tree. I'm
And it's a weird kitty, too.
gonna knock on the tree. Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
And actually, Gus, when you do that, when you knock against the tree, it responds like it's a bag full of water. So as you knock, it starts to swish around.
Oh, weird
Really weird tree. Should we poke it or something? What is this?
I don't know.
Okaat would have stabbed it 3 hours ago.
Stab
I want to
first,
smell
ask
this
questions
tree.
later.
Hang on, let me smell this tree.
Okay.
It smells
Does it smell magic like the dog?
kind of, yeah. But
Or do you just have dog smell
no,
stuck
I
in
think,
your
yeah,
nose?
I spent a lot of time smelling that dog. It's kind of all over me.
Okay. Is that what you'd like to do with this tree that responds like water?
I'm going to tap on it again, and I'm going to give a good knock on it.
Okay, as you do that, it once again, like an ocean wave.
I wonder how it responds to Thor magic, and I rub my dog's fur a bunch to generate static.
Yes.
And then I poke the tree.
And as you do, it stands. It's fine. It's cool with static electricity, aka Thor magic.
All right, well, I've had enough of this weird tree for today. I've got other stuff to do than just look at trees. I'm the sheriff, after all.
That's true. I don't really have anything else going on, though. I think I might poke this tree some more.
All right, well, do we know when the wrestling's supposed to be happening? Is it scheduled even?
No, they're in talks.
Okay.
What if I hit it with my just hit it with an axe for a little bit and take a little nick out and see what happens? That's what Okaat would do. Stab it a little. Or a lot.
It is a weird tree.
It's a jelly belly tree. It's jiggling like jelly would. If it was in a big thing, a big container. You know how jelly kind of jiggles?
Yeah.
You know, fruit preserves, sugared fruit preserves. Put it on toast. Have you had this? It's really good.
I'll have to try it
Yeah,
sometime.
I'm going to show you tomorrow. It's a breakfast thing. All right, everyone stand back. I'm going to whack this. No, we should back up, actually, and I'm going to throw it. Yeah, this... learning from Okaat. It's gotta be. It could be dangerous. So let's back up, and I'm gonna huck this bad boy one time, and I huck a hand axe from a safe distance,
Okay.
like 50 feet, 60 feet.
And we're hiding behind my wolf, is how I say.
Okay. The wolf bravely stands in front of you, Gus, and as Burke, you wing an axe at this strange tree.
Yeah.
The moment your axe makes contact with it, the tree completely folds in on itself, and you watch like an origami. It continues to fold in, fold in, fold in, fold in, fold in, and then it's gone.
Weird tree.
Problem solved. I'm glad it's gone, quite frankly.
No cat, no tree.
Wait, where's my axe? I go run over. It ain't my axe! I have two, and I can get another, but that's still one less I have now.
Well, let's go to the blacksmith. I have to go there anyway. Get you a new axe and see if my armor's
I'm gonna go
ready.
smell where this tree was real quick to see if there's any lingering odors.
Yeah, there's a faint smell
I
of
still smell the dog, mostly.
faint smell of dog and
great
dander.
senses of smell.
I do have a good sense of smell, yeah. It's an important part of this taste and the experience that is food. It's not just for filling up. It's also fun.
Okay, so yeah, you smell dog where the tree was, probably because you got real deep in the paint with that dog's fur.
Yeah, that dog.
And then Gus, you're going to the blacksmith.
Yeah.
Okay. You get to the blacksmith, and he goes, "Oh, Sheriff Goldhammer. Your friend need anything else to smell? I have some slightly used armor. Has an interesting smell."
Let me see that. Let me see it. I'm smelling things today.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do with my downtime. No, I think this is it.
And he takes it's like, you can see that it's like it's nice leather armor. And he gives it to you.
Leathery.
Yeah.
Smells.
And as you smell it smells a little bit familiar.
What is it? It's like inside of it's like a person's shirt. It's like it's like a pit smell.
Yeah, a little bit. And he goes, "Yeah, we just got it from the Purple Nation, so we're just kind of working on it."
Whose armor is this? Whose armor is this? I recognize the scent. I'm a dog now. I'm a dog, the sniff hunter.
That's why you don't like cats.
I think.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense now.
The dog is starting to get jealous of your smelling proficiency, by the way.
Hey, you want some of this? Get in here.
It does actually. It jumps up on the counter and like it goes deep in the paint.
You like this smell too. Whose armor is Yes, I stand on the table now.
And he goes, I don't know, man.
You don't know?
I don't.
All right. I get down. That seems weird now. I wasn't there.
The passion of the moment.
It seems familiar. Is this? I don't
But
know.
not too
It'll
familiar.
come
Is
back
that Castile? Because he does smell good. Tell me, do I recognize?
I think you'd know it if
He
it's him.
has a good smell.
Castile the good scent, yeah.
Yes, Castile the good scent.
I mean, like, maybe faintly.
Maybe?
Maybe faintly, yeah.
How can I don't know.
Give me
Perception.
Yeah.
Probably not. 9.
Maybe the dog wore the armor.
No, it's just full of dog in there. How does a dog smell anything over itself? It's kind of stinky. So am I.
So, Sheriff Goldhammer, what can I do for you, sir?
Is my plate armor ready? The one I requested with the sheriff's star, forged into it, so I don't have to bring it out every time when I tell everyone I'm the sheriff.
And he goes, of course, sir. And he goes back and he presents it to you.
Whoa, thank you so much. That was fast for a human.
Well, yep, we'll surprise you.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be good at making
You
armor.
are a human from Bartol, though, and you're like the most dwarf-like humans there are. And he says that like it's the biggest compliment you can receive as a human.
And I think he gets the cut of your jib, and he goes like, "You bet, sir. You bet. We are dwarf-like humans here in Bartol, what with our arid plains and constantly beaten down sun. You know, just."
So if you're the sheriff, do I get to be a deputy? Do I get to be a deputy? Am I already a deputy? Did I miss it? I'm saying, can I be
more than one deputy? I'm the sheriff. I decide.
You can definitely have more than one deputy.
You're Burke the dwarf. Would you be one of my deputies?
Yeah, I have pretty much asked you if I could. So.
Well, you have to say it like that.
Oh,
it's
yes.
not official.
I accept the responsibility and the privilege of being your deputy. Do I get a sweet star like that?
Yeah, can you cross out sheriff on my old star and carve deputy into it?
Sure, I can have that ready for you in like the next
Deputy
couple of
Burke.
days. Deputy Burke.
Now, is there like a hierarchy to deputies? Is there like top dep, bottom dep,
I think you'd be like
best dep?
you're like assistant sheriff deputy where
Assistant sheriff. Put assistant sheriff on there.
Not assistant to the sheriff.
AST sheriff.
my other deputy is more like the Bartol town manager deputy.
But I can tell him what to do, right?
Well, you just help me with enforcing stuff. Like if there's a town guard, you tell him you're deputy, he'll listen. If he doesn't, he'll have to talk
But
to me.
the other deputy, if he is in the room, and I'm like, can we get me coffee? Rook, you know.
Well, there's enough guards around. Just ask a
I call him a
guard.
rook. It's like another word for crow. He's a little bird.
Okay, so with all like he'll have your repurposed sheriff's badge to deputy badge in a couple of days. Do you guys settle down for the night?
All right. Well, we should get a bedtime beer and then rest.
Bedtime beer's the best time for beer. I say.
So, do you
That's
guys?
smart? I wish Jorrix was here to write that down.
No, I learned it. I'm writing it down right now.
Oh,
Jorrix sighs in Mulhound.
So, do you guys have a room in the Red Splendor, or does Gus have a house, or what is it?
I sleep in the guardhouse.
Yeah, the good thing I have takes.
And that's where I let all the orphans stay, so I should check on them too.
Okay.
Do deputies get a house? Or beds, room? Room?
There's the guards
Like a
barracks.
cot. Oh, I'll sack out in there.
Okay.
I snore, warning other deputies.
So, when you get back, Deputy Trani, she looks a little bit tired, but she's happy to see you. And she goes, "You want to check on the orphans?"
Oh, yes, of course.
And she takes you to the orphanage. And, ever since there's a lot of tieflings here after your last adventure. And you can tell that Castile is making sure that these kids are having as good of a life as they possibly can given the circumstances. And the kids look at you and like they all have like those little figurines that you've carved over the years or the months, I guess.
Is there any without one?
Yeah, there's one new kid who doesn't have one.
I go up to the new kid and give him the figurine of Gustus putting that general guy to sleep.
Okay, perfect. And he goes, "Oh, thank you, sir."
Sometimes you don't have to kill the bad people. It's a lesson of this statue. Sometimes you can just show restraint, which this guy didn't do.
And he goes, "I'll remember that forever."
And there is a mayor election coming up in a few years.
This isn't Gus being altruistic. He's making a hat.
He's campaigning.
Yeah.
He's campaigning with people who will not be old enough to vote.
Yeah. He goes, "Well, you'll have my vote, sir."
Playing the long game.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. From small acorns, mighty somethings grow.
Well, by the time I'm running for king, they'll be old enough.
That's true. They'll always remember you.
So, your campaigning done. Are you guys going to settle in for the bunker?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, the night passes, and when you wake up, very strange thing. Directly above your head, Burke the Dwarf, is a frying pan whose handle looks like a trout with a knife stabbed through the handle.
Gus, I had a dream about this frying pan, and it was just floating above my head, and it had a little trout shape to it, and then a knife was jabbed right through the handle, but it was floating above my head. It's really weird. It's there!
I'm in your dream?
I think we're still dreaming? Or this pan is real!
I bet that weird tree did this to us.
It turned my hand axe into a frying pan. I'm gonna throw some more things into the... Oh, it's gone. Well, that's a good wishing tree, I guess. Then I grab the thing out of the air.
You just take it off the wall.
Oh, it was pinned to the wall.
Yeah, it was pinned to the wall.
Floating
Oh,
above my
sorry.
head.
Yeah. No, it's above your head, pinned to the wall.
Oh, I
with a
thought
knife.
it was floating
Oh,
too.
sorry.
It's just hanging here. I thought it was floating, but it was just... It's attached to the wall, which makes much more sense.
Oh, how many night beers did you have?
I woke up and I had a couple more.
Oh,
They were midnight after sleep, mid-sleep beers.
because the rule is like 5, you feel alive,
Let me feel alive. 10 year.
10 don't do again.
Don't do it again.
So,
11, you might be
in heaven?
in heaven. Because you're dead. Because you didn't
Dot,
learn
dot,
your
dot.
lesson.
And then Deputy Trani comes in and she's like, "Oh my god, did somebody come in here?" And
You came in here.
Yeah, and
This is the male's
Early.
barracks.
and she
I'm in here as well.
and she goes, "Fair point, but also, did somebody like break in here and like all of a sudden attach a frying pan?"
No, this is my frying pan. Don't keep eyeing it.
It's probably a magic cat.
Yeah, I made a wish into a big magic water tree. I made a wish right into it and turn this into the cookware of my dreams.
So, does a dream involve a knife stuck into the wall?
Oh, the knife's in the wall?
Yeah, that's what it was attached to.
That's why it's hanging from.
Yeah.
That's how we hang from things from walls around here. I haven't invented nails yet.
I've lived in Bartol all my life. I'm pretty sure we don't do that.
Well, they probably didn't want to wake people up with hammer and nails.
Yeah, I couldn't find... Yeah, I did this probably in my sleep after my sleep ears.
She goes, did you? Because...
I don't know. That's my best guess.
What? I'm not...
Deputy, what do you think happened?
He's trying to invent an alarm clock.
Listen, you never look a gift pan in the trout mouth. Okay?
Shut. And she goes, I don't know. Like, maybe a stranger came in. Maybe talked to the Red Splendor. Like, I don't know. Like, I just think it's really weird that somebody broke in to the barracks and, like, put a pan above your head.
Okay, wait a minute. Are you trying to say that you think that there's some kind of mystery here?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Mystery for solving?
Yeah, probably.
A job for the sheriff
The
of
deputy
Bartol.
and assistant sheriff.
Oh, he's a deputy too now. He doesn't have his star yet.
I am assistant sheriff.
Oh, okay. Can I get you coffee?
Yeah. You can. Thank you. Get yourself one while you're at it.
I already have one, she says.
That's good. That's good. Already ahead of the... Good job, Rook.
So what would you guys like to do?
Well, let's go to the Red Splendor.
We're in the Red Splendor. No, we're not.
No, we're in the barracks.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys go to the Red Splendor and
Besides
you...
some morning beers.
Yeah.
I forgot where we
I need a clear head. I need a drink.
I can't see anything past this pan. Oh, it's because I'm holding it in front of me.
Okay, so you go into the Red Splendor and you see because dwarves are featured so heavily in this town, the drinking starts early in Bartol. That's their new motto. And the bartender is a fairly handsome young woman, and she goes, Sheriff Goldhammer,
Assistant Sheriff Burke here,
Assistant Sheriff Burke here,
reporting for morning beer.
Yes, a morning beer and the latest info on people with trout pans.
Yeah, check out this pan. What does it make you say? What does it make you think?
Nice, she says.
Exactly.
Boy, that looks like it was an expensive item.
Right?
Yep.
It's nice.
Yeah. So, morning
What about
beers.
the knife, though? Is it just a normal knife?
And she looks at the knife. She goes, well, you guys are the law enforcement. But yeah, it looks like a fairly standard dagger.
If you woke up and this pan was stuck with a knife to the wall above your head, would you find it A, nice, a nice treat, nice present, or B, a threatening mystery to be solved? Or C, something else you tell me.
D, all of the above.
Yeah, D, a little bit of 3.
And she goes like, I think it would be a little bit from column A, a little bit from column B, and a dash of C.
That's what I thought too, because the pan is nice, but the knife is threatening.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's mixed messages, right?
Yeah, it's like, are you happy for me? You like me to have this pan? Or are you saying that you're going to pay later for this with your blood? I don't know. Or maybe this is a knife, it's just a nice knife.
Yeah.
Does it look like it's good for cutting?
It's not. It's just, I prefer like a kitchenware knife. I'm going to go with the pan, but
Okay.
So, yeah, here's your morning beers.
don't look a gift trout in the mouth.
And she goes, anything else that you need from me besides the beers?
Have you seen a cute cat with blush?
Have you ever seen any weird cats?
No?
White? Disappearing cats?
Has a fat tree appeared anywhere unexpectedly or folded itself away?
Or fulfilled any wishes that you only held in your heart?
And she points her finger at Gus. No. Points her finger to Burke. No. Back to Gus. No. Burke. No. No to either. No to that entire
Down the
thing.
line.
All right, well, thanks for the beers.
Yeah.
Sure thing, she says.
Hey, you got any eggs?
Yes.
I'm gonna try this pan out real quick, see if anything crazy happens.
Oh, that's smart thinking.
Yeah, do you mind if I use official assistant sheriff business in the kitchen? I'm commandeering this kitchen from you. You gotta tell him what's what. You gotta establish. Because the laws aren't written down. You just make it up as you go.
And she goes, okay, yeah, I guess our kitchen's yours.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna grab a couple eggs. Look good. Shake them. Give a little shake.
Mm-hmm.
Put the pan over the fire and start getting that hot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look for butters. A little bit of butter. Pop a little pat of butter in there.
Mm-hmm.
Start to get a little sizzly. Crack those eggs right in there. And we go. Oh, I step back a minute.
Okay.
Anything happening?
Not particularly.
Eggs are cooking.
Yeah. Cooking pretty good.
Give a little flip. Step back.
Okay. I mean, like, it's like a non-stick pan. It just works real well.
All right, I'm grabbing a plate.
I'm just standing over his shoulder watching like
Yeah.
real inquisitive.
Okay.
Divine sense.
Okay. Are there any fiends in the area?
Or undead.
Or undead? Nope.
The pan is a ghost.
Okay, the pan isn't a fiend, so...
Hand me that hunk of bread. I'm going to get it toasty with a fire.
Alright, here you go.
All right, give me that plate.
Yep.
And we're plating the eggs now and toasting the bread.
Mm-hmm.
And, chef, we have eggs. I know, I'm the chef. We got eggs. Oh, did you want any?
I would love some of your eggs.
Yeah, well, these are... No, you have this plate. I'll make some more.
Alright.
I'm going to make some more eggs.
Okay. It tastes delicious. It is really, really uncommonly good.
You shouldn't have eaten the eggs from the magic pan. I should have eaten them first because you're the sheriff. But if you die, I guess that makes me sheriff, so... I will be sad to lose you, but I will be promoted.
Well, you would have to work that out with my other deputy, but
Well,
my vote would be for you.
Yes.
And the bartender comes in and she goes, actually, I was thinking about it. A strange person in a hood came in here last night. So I don't know.
With the pan?
No, they had a rucksack. Maybe the pan was in there.
Pan-shaped
Do
rucksack.
we know anything else about this suspicious figure?
I have their room number. Maybe they're still up there.
Where are they? They're up there now.
Oh yeah, let's what is the number?
Let's bring in some eggs.
237.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, bring them a plate of eggs to 237. Maybe they were like, cook for me or else I'll kill you.
Yeah.
That's what the message must
It
have meant.
could be. I go up there with the eggs, and I
Okay.
knock loudly. Is
Okay.
that too loud?
No.
Assistant Sheriff! And the real Sheriff! Who's in there?
Nothing happens.
Whose armor is this?
Nothing happens.
Alright, we go open the door.
Yeah, we have to.
We open the door.
Okay. When you open the door, you see a room that doesn't look like anyone spent the night here, but you do see a couple of stray papers.
Stray papers, clues.
Let's check them out.
Check them out. I got this one, you take this one. I'll look at mine and you look at yours at the same time. We'll look at it at the same time. 1,
3.
2, 3.
Wait, are we looking on one or on after one?
No, I just look now.
Okay.
And actually, what you notice is the papers are underneath a dagger, much like the one that was on the wall. That wasn't on
Does
the non-floor.
no one have a push pin around here?
This is like the frying pan.
I know. I'm up 3 daggers.
Lose one axe, get 3 daggers.
Oh, and a pan and
Yeah.
a clue.
So when you guys look at the notes, you say, Castile will love what I have for him.
Oh,
Oh, a good gift for Castile, too. Oh, wait, unless...
cast iron pan for Castile.
Does
It's
Castile,
all coming together.
Does he cook?
I've never seen him cook, but he's alive, so he must eat.
We should bring him some eggs.
Yeah, he's looking a little old lately.
Let's bring him some of your eggs and go pay him a visit.
Okay, yeah, maybe he'll know. We'll bring him this note, too, and all these daggers.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take the dagger out and then you pocket it?
Yeah, well, I put them in my evidence bag.
Okay. All right. As you go to the Temple of Palor, where Castile lives and works, as soon as you open it, you notice that it's deserted and it's unusually quiet.
Hello! Hello! Hello!
It's weird. Oh, I hope the sun shroud wasn't stolen again. That was a mess.
Quick, let's run and check!
Still there.
Okay, it's fine. We can stop running.
Let's-
Whew. That was a Sprint. I winded.
You have a side ache 'cause I ate all those eggs.
Oh, yeah. That's in. The morning beer is all foamy inside me now.
You see a light coming from like where you would kind of know Castile, like where his rec area was, or where he sleeps.
Where he
Let's go in there.
his bivouac.
Okay, so as you go there, as you approach, you can see a pair of feet.
Just feet?
Yeah, in like the doorway.
Oh.
Is that you, Castile?
No reply.
Castile, why can we only see feet?
As you get closer, you can see that those feet are attached to legs.
Are they laying down or are they
They're
standing
laying
up?
down. Yeah, they're laying down. So the foot, like the feet are in the feet.
Coming out the door.
Yeah, so it's like a person is laying down in the middle of a doorway.
I rush over to see who it is.
As you go over there, you see Castile, and he is not moving.
Ah! I lay on hands him for my full 25.
Okay. You lay on hands him for your full 25, and you're like, ah, gah, ah, ah. And you see like a tipped over mug next to his head. He goes, Augustus. Oh.
Are you okay? What
I
happened?
run over and I kick the mug across the room in case he tries to drink it again.
And he goes, that had some lunar ale in it.
Lunar ale?
Well, he knows how to make that.
Yeah, I know how to make that.
Oh, it was a gift from somebody.
Were you just drunk sleeping or were you poisoned?
No, a friend came over and she gave it to me.
Why are you sleeping on the floor in the door with your feet hanging out? Where's everyone else?
I like my ale. By the way, she's behind you. And when you turn around, you see Okaat.
Oh, Cuts! Hi!
Hey, fellas.
What the
Why
crow are
was
you doing
Castile on the
here?
ground?
What?
Why was Castile on the ground?
He got drunk.
I did get drunk.
To make sure old people sleep in beds. His back isn't probably that good anymore.
Quick, Castile, eat these eggs.
Okay.
I was worried about moving.
There's
in.
toast. There's crusty toast here for dipping. Dip into the yolk. Dip into the yolk.
Passed right the fuck out.
Yeah. I can't handle my beer as much. Oh, very good eggs.
Okaat, are these your daggers?
No.
That note took a long time.
Do you know
to say.
whose they are? Because you know a lot about daggers.
I do know who's. Those are mine.
Did you give me this pan?
Maybe.
Thank you.
I cast Zone of Truth.
Come on, it's nice and threatening at the same time. It's the best I could probably hope for.
I need to get a final verdict on this case.
All right.
Are these your daggers?
Yes.
Did you give Burke the pan?
I did.
Case solved!
Yes. And the pan is good.
Is it? Did it work?
Yeah, I can flip these eggs all day.
Nice. Did you notice the copper inlay in the bottom?
No, I didn't.
Do you know what I didn't notice?
What?
Oh, never mind. He wasn't around for the loud door openings.
What? What?
What?
Because I was going to say, I didn't notice you opening doors to give a... That would have been Sylvester's timeline.
Yeah.
Oh, you wouldn't know that then.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I wanted to get you a little bit more healing magic because I know that you're always getting squished.
I get squished sometimes.
Yeah. So as long as you have this pan with you, it'll help you with your second wind. Game mechanics wise, you get an extra D6 when you use your second wind.
If I eat from this pan?
Just if you have it with you.
Oh, cool. Try pan.
Okay. And
This is the nicest thing that anyone that's not a dwarf has done for me.
well, look at that. You got an item without going to what's that? Fantasy Sam's Club. Oh. Da, 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 da. All right. All of you guys have gotten notice that Shalabin is going to need your help again. So she says, not suit up. That doesn't make sense. But
Roll out.
visit Fantasy Sam's Club. You have 500 GP to spend.
separate from our usual, or?
Yeah, it was just what you got for that mission that you complete.
What about
kind
the
of
cat in the
completed.
weird tree? What was that all about? We'll never care.
Until it comes back to haunt us.
Yes.
Okay, so as you guys enter Fantasy Sam's Club, you see Odie there. And he goes, our favorite customers. And you see standing beside him is Gelsey Carpy. And he goes, greet the nice people. And she goes, welcome to Fantasy Sam's Club, where all your goods are met.
Hello, I'm Gustus Goldhammer, Sheriff of Bartol, future king of the Prismatic Nation.
Hey, OD. Do you refer a friend program? Because I just brought in a new customer for you.
And he goes, oh, sure, it'll come out of her paycheck. Sure thing.
Oh, hang on. Hang on a second.
Is this, yeah?
No. That's not coming out of her paycheck. No, sir. I will stop shopping here.
Okay.
And so will these guys.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
We're walking away.
I'm not. I'm going to buy stuff.
Neither is Jorrix. I mean, he will not take the discount if it's going to hurt this poor woman who he presumes didn't do anything wrong.
Yep. Okay, so you don't want the discount?
Well, I do, but you're going to be a dick about it.
I
Yep.
thought you were the original discount wizard.
Mm-hmm. And these are great, great prices.
At the expense of your employees?
That's how we make that bottom line.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I feel real dirty about shopping here.
I bet you do.
I really do.
Yeah.
I'm going to go over to Bullseye.
It doesn't affect me directly, so I'm kind of okay with it, I think.
God.
I think deep down I know it's wrong, but that only hurts me in ways that I can't really comprehend.
I mean, you can just quit the job if your employer isn't good.
just-
like if you don't want to be assistant sheriff, you can quit. But I don't.
You don't have
I'm
to
a good
live
boss.
here. You can.
Is there like a Fantasy Whole Foods nearby?
Yeah, organically sourced. They're building one.
You know, guys, not everyone has the option of just quitting their job if they don't like it or they aren't being treated well. I'm saying this loudly enough that Gelsey can hear it. Like, some people have bills to pay or children to take care of, or, you know.
Well, when I'm king, I'll make sure all children are taken care of.
What about not
and
children?
Parents?
Well, parents have to take care of the children that I can't take care of.
Fair.
They need to help.
True, but they can't do that if they're stuck in a job where their employer illegally docks their paycheck in order to give customers a discount. I mean, that's a lose-lose proposition all around.
Somebody's winning, and it's the person with the money.
And the low, low prices. What would you guys like?
I would like you to stop mistreating Gelsey.
For a mere 100 GP.
Hey, how much is this floppy hat? Does it look cool? I don't know what it does, but I look. Does that
That's
look
real
cool?
cool.
I look good at hats.
That's a
really.
great hat.
I
Yeah,
really do.
hats work for me. I just, I don't wear them that often, but I like them.
Mm-hmm. So that's the, what is the name of it?
Oh, I don't. Oh, it's had a tag on it, and I can't read this word. Hat of the Arcanist.
Yep, you are so close to being right. Yep, the Hat of the Arcanist, only 385 GPs.
Created by Go Godzilla.
Mm-hmm. It's an ancient floppy wizard hat with a star at its top that, when spoken a command word, gives off dim candlelight, perfect for reading. When attuned, grants 2 to intelligence and raises maximum possible intelligence score to 22.
Dang.
Wearer also gets +5 bonus to Arcana checks.
Well, that would be great for you, Burke. You've taken up reading lately.
Mm-hmm.
I have been trying to write down more words and letters.
Yeah.
And read them back to myself.
And with this, you can be as smart as a regular person.
I don't know.
Smarter.
Yeah, I don't. What, like a human? Is that what you're trying to say? Is a racist?
Nope, just somebody who's
Dwarves aren't smart. Is that what you're saying?
Nope, I've met.
Guys are dumb.
Nope. Well, yes, but I met.
What?
What?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
said.
Odie might
Yes.
be the customer after all.
Is that what you would like, my friend?
I don't think so. I don't know. Arcana checks. I don't know what
Magic.
that is even.
Magic.
I don't use magic really. I don't understand it.
Well, but you could know when things are magical.
Oh, that could be handy because a lot of things are magical. I'm just gonna wear it around for a minute and think.
It'll help you with that, he says.
And if it helps me pick out something else, then I pick out something else, and then I just put the hat back.
Okay.
I'm gonna wear it around the room.
Okay. Anybody else have anything?
I would like to buy this Midnight Lariat, but only
If.
Gelsey rings me up.
Okay, that can be arranged.
Excellent.
And Gelsey goes, well, so you would like the Midnight Lariat?
Yes, I would.
Okay, that sounds great. So you know about this. It's a strand of physical night dotted with faint stars, allows the wielder to make a ranged attack against a one-target creature. Any creature hit by the Midnight Lariat is restrained and must make a wisdom saving throw. I don't know what that is. Or be put
think real hard.
or be put to sleep.
Perfect.
So yeah, and that item was submitted by Jeff Ellis.
Thank you, Jeff. This will come in extremely handy.
I'm sure it will. Okay, and so Gelsey says, this is what you want, Ms. Cott?
Call me Okaat.
Okay, Okaat.
So I will. I hand her 340 gold pieces, and
Okay.
I go, shh.
And she winks at you.
Wink.
Okay, so you give her 340, and you have the Midnight Lariat.
Yes.
And then
Worth it.
Odie goes, anything for you, my fine-haired friend? He says to Jorrix.
Oh, I'm looking around, and Jorrix is like walking up and down the aisles that are very bare. Because they only have, the 12 items. And he tries to covertly take an item and then goes to Gelsey's line.
Oh, nice. Okay. Okay.
And he puts the item down in the 400 gold. It's like, I know what it is. And you don't need to tell me. To the audience, Jorrix is buying the mega codpiece of multiplexing.
You're so embarrassed, you prude. Okay.
It will allow Jorrix, once per long rest, this oversized codpiece allows you to cast one spell from any class of spellcaster using a spell slot at the appropriate level. The spell does not need to be chosen ahead of time, and the codpiece also gives +1 on intimidation rolls against men of my own race. But Jorrix is being very bashful about this item and wants to give no ammo to his party.
Okay. Okay. And
Okaat's
that's
busy playing with the lariat, getting her lasso tossed just right.
okay.
She's trying to aim it at Odie.
And that's
Just hold still. I want to see if this works.
and he's dodging. He goes, and that's from N8 Brooms or Infinite Brooms. Okay, and then Jorrix buys the codpiece bashfully.
Yes, and then he goes to the changing room, too.
And then Odie goes, what would you like, my small friend? He says to Gustus.
Well, that mirror shield is looking pretty cool, and I know mirror shields are pretty popular these days. But
Yeah, I got a mirror shield.
Oh, they're all the rage. So you are interested in the shield of exceptionally handsome enemies?
I don't know, though.
You don't know if that's the name or if you want it.
Can I wear that hat for a second?
Yeah, you need help with the decision here.
Yeah.
Here you are.
And Gustus puts on the hat of the Arcanist and he gets +2 intelligence.
Oh yes, a shield of exceptionally handsome enemies at an exceptionally good price. I will take that shield, sir.
And it is a shield coated with a faint illusionary magic that makes people looking at the mirror appear magnitudes more handsome than they actually are. Due to this, an enemy must make a wisdom save. If the enemy fails, they are charmed by the shield holder for a couple of rounds, 1d4. Even willing to attack their comrades if the shield holder asks with a DC 10 charisma check. Okay, and that's submitted by me. That's the first item that you guys have bought that I wrote.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay,
Okay, and
to be fair, we've only been here twice.
this is very true.
Yeah.
Okay, and do you buy it from Odie?
No, with the hat, he realized to buy it from the other person.
Okay. So, and just so you know, everybody makes commission in Fantasy Sam's Club.
Ooh.
It's Fantasy Sam's Club.
Nice.
So nice. Okay. All right. Are you wearing the hat as she rings you up?
Yeah.
And she goes, "You look really good, Gus. This gold hammer."
Thank you.
So the shield,
Yes.
and you give her the 350 GP, and boom. And she goes, "They are all the rage, really. Mirrored shields, especially dwarves. They love it."
I know. Two out of 2 dwarves
I got
right
a mirror
here.
shield.
2 out
Right
of 2.
here.
That's 100%. I take the hat off. Here you go, Burke.
Thank you. Floppy hat. Oh.
And what would you like, Brick the dwarf? Odie says.
Ah, look at this. It's the alabaster of magnetism. I've seen one of these. It's a you can take it, you point it at a thing and say, "You two stick together," and then it makes them stick together like magnets do.
Oh, that's magnets. They should just be called magics.
Yeah, well, that's where they get the word magic actually from. The
Oh,
word
that-
magnet.
Now it makes sense.
Magic.
Are either of them wearing the hat? I hope not.
I am wearing the hat currently, thank you. It's called the alabaster of magnetism. It's a geode divided into 2 colors, red and black, and you point it at an object and say positive, and another point it at something else and say negative, and the 2 drawn together, and if the targets are creatures, they must make a dex save or a strength save to resist being bound together, or you can make it a mental attraction if they look stupid, and they'll have to be a wisdom save. Once the enemies are drawn together, they have to move in unison, or their speed is reduced to 0. On living creatures, the effect lasts for 30 seconds. On non-living items, it lasts up to 10 minutes. And you can choose what type of attraction.
And so who are you buying that from?
Oh, I was looking at this geode. I don't know if I'm going to... But, really, if I think about it, maybe I could buy both.
Why not both?
I'll take both of these.
Okay, so
Whoever is closest. I don't have political feelings about it. Too smart for that. With my hat.
roll me a d4, and 1 and 3 is Odie, and 2 and 4 is Gelsey.
What do I have? There you are. 1.
Okay, it's Odie. And he's looking a little bit.
Odie.
I guess because like she has a line, he's just the most available one.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Ah, you looking for both, friend?"
I'll have both of these stupid things. Thank you.
Boy, I love having you as a customer.
I know, and I love you having me buy things.
Okay. With the transaction complete, you guys have your new gear. Da 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 da.
I gotta do the math on this. How much? Yeah, so I gotta do the math on here. Hang on.
I kind of want
550.
the
Gotta do it in
though.
my head. Yeah, the D5's cheap.
I could totally do that.
Stack the D5. Get 2 things. Treat
Yeah, like-
yourself.
As I'm standing in line at the checkout, I see the impulse buy shelf, and I'm like, "Ooh!" I grab the B pipe.
And you get the B pipe.
Yes.
Okay, and that
So the B pipe from Stoner95. Thank you, Stoner. Has a range of I guess 25 to 100. So minimum 25, maximum 100. I presume.
I think that's how is it? It has a maximum range of
Short
100.
range, long range.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. On a hit, the target takes no damage but has a magically summoned bee flying around their face for the next minute. The bee is annoying enough to give advantage on stealth versus the target for the next minute, but not annoying enough to effectively grant the help action in combat. It's perfect. I love it. Nice.
Perfect. We got it all done. Okay.
Odie, when do you get one of those trains that go around the store? That's a really good touch.
That's the rewards program. At 500 points.
The conductor blows the...
Hi, everybody. Your DM, Elliot here. I just want to say thank you for listening. And also, if you wouldn't mind giving us a rating and review on iTunes, helps a lot of people find the podcast. And as a special bonus for people that leave reviews, we're going to have a very special guest read those reviews. Without further ado, I present...
Oni Mountain Breaker. Critical hit. 5 stars. By, I think, Stella Toskable. I'm a D&D novice. Am I doing their voice? Clumsily formulating a halfling ranger and trying not to disappoint my DM. I love listening to actual play podcasts for tips about how to make my character better. The players of What's Your Damage are charming, clever, extremely entertaining, and I can't wait to get to know them better. This campaign is immediately intriguing, and I'm excited to be along for the ride. I have been a bit anchorless after finishing Taz, Balance Arc, and YWD. It's already helping to fill the void. Look at that. Look at that. And that's the kind of reviews you get here. And What's Your Damage? I've been Oni Mountain Breaker, not Broke the Dwarf. And I'll be seeing you during the adventure. See me there.